Hi, I'm Dave Freddoso, editorial page editor of the Washington Examiner, and with me today is Conn Carroll, who is our senior editorial writer. Conn, I understand that President Obama wants to make a very large meat purchase, but he won't be doing it at the local Safeway or Giant. Can you explain?
No, he's going to be buying $170 million worth of meat products, including $100 million worth of pork, some $50 million worth of chicken, and another $20 million of lamb and catfish. Can't quite figure out how that mix works out.
So now, why are these purchases being made exactly?
Well, it's all because of government intervention in the market. We had a 2005 Energy Policy Act, which created this corn ethanol mandate. The federal government is mandating that 13.2 billion gallons worth of ethanol is produced this year. And so we can have all this corn being turned into ethanol. It can't be used for eating. So instead of going into cornflakes and feed for animals, it is put into cars.
In fact, most of the corn in America, or a plurality of the corn in America, is used for ethanol, 40%.
40%. This is a number that as far back as 2000 was under 10%. In 2005, when the mandate first kicked in, it was at 17%, and now it's more than doubled to 40%.
But why would this cause the government to go out and buy all this meat?
Well, what happens is that if you're a farmer and you know that 3 months from now you're not going to be able to afford enough corn to pay for your cow or your chickens, what you're going to go ahead and do now is slaughter your pigs, slaughter your chickens, and get that meat onto the market.
And that's what the current drought is forcing a lot of livestock producers.
Well, the drought and the ethanol mandate, because the ethanol is driving up the prices for all this corn. So you have all these farmers that are slaughtering their animals now, which is going to create a glut of meat in the market, which is driving it down. And so that's what Obama is doing, is, in classic Keynesian government fashion, he's trying to interfere with the market and interfere with prices by coming in and buying all this meat to prop the prices up.
So in the short run, this will make meat more expensive for people. And then in the long run?
Well, in the long run, what's going to happen is meat's going to be even more expensive. Because once all this meat is off the market, once all these pigs are slaughtered, there's not going to be enough pigs 6 months from now to meet demand then.
Right.
So meat's going to be even more expensive.
And what does this mean for gas prices?
Gas prices are also going up. You had a 16-cent jump in the gas price in July, which is the highest gas price jump in July ever on record, and it increased another 8 cents just this past week.
So now President Obama's decision to do this using a large meat purchase is one thing, but a lot of people are saying what he should have done is simply suspend the ethanol mandate.
You'd think that if the problem was government interference in the market, the easy thing to do would be to stop interfering. And the EPA, the law allows for the EPA to waive this ethanol mandate, but Obama is not going to do that. Instead of stepping back and letting the market work, he's going to come in and have the government buy more in the market.
So by simply suspending the ethanol mandate, you'd be freeing up something, approximately 40% of the corn available in America for feed, so that we don't have to intervene in the meat market. And instead, Obama has decided to intervene in the meat market, potentially later on just pulling all this meat off the market so that we pay more now and we don't do anything about the long-term shortage of meat that'll
Absolutely,
occur as a
it should be
result.
simple supply and demand. If you take all the corn production that is being mandated by law to go into our gas tanks and instead allowed that to be on the market for food, that would increase the supply and decrease the price. But he's doing the opposite. He's allowing this mandate to continue, decreasing the supply, which means we're all paying more for gas, we're all paying more for food, and or for corn, and we're all going to be paying more for meat down the line.
President Obama has been a big fan of ethanol for a long time. He was a senator from Illinois. Environmentalists, though, are not necessarily very friendly to the idea of ethanol anymore.
No, Al Gore has come out against it. There have been a number of studies that show that it actually creates more carbon emissions to produce ethanol. Yes, when you burn ethanol, as opposed to burning gasoline, the ethanol burns less carbon, but corn does not magically become ethanol. It takes energy to turn corn into ethanol, and that energy also comes from fossil fuels. So on net, ethanol creates more fossil fuel, more carbon emissions than without it.
Very good. Conn, thank you.
Thank
I'm
you,
Dave
Dave.
Freddoso with the Washington Examiner. Thanks for watching.